fantastic. Next gentleman coming to stage, originally from San Antonio, now makes his home right here in Austin. Do me a favor, welcome the hilarious George Anthony.
All right. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, ooh. Ooh. So I always, hey, shut up. So I always have a hard time explaining to my friend that my girl is my best friend, because you see, her and I do the same thing that me and him like to do. We drink, we fight, we catch a ball game. Only afterwards, her and I get to go home and have sex. Right? And the last time me and him did that, we didn't talk for a year, so. Best friends. Are you guys getting ready for the election coming up, huh? You gonna get your vote on, huh? Come on, seriously, come on, dude. All right. I'm not gonna participate. It's just, who gives a shit? We're all gonna die alone, right? It's just, I treat voting like a domestic violence couple that lives next door. I just don't want to get involved, you know? It's like, ugh. Everybody's yelling and shit, you know? All my friends are like, well, you gotta do your part. It's your responsibility. I'm like, I know, but that's why I got my walls. I don't want to. Anybody here vote for Trump? Make some noise. There's a coward in here. Come on. I know there's a coward. There's one coward. Like, I don't like him, but I kind of like him. Do you get that feeling? Like, he's deplorable. His rhetoric is just awful. But yeah, you know, he's a troll, right? We all love trolls. I like trolls. You know, what are you gonna do, man? You know, you can't be mad, right? Can you? That's too much energy to keep in your heart. Just be, look what he said! Fucking goddamn! The TV's on too! Shit! Goddamn! I'm a firm believer that sometimes in life you have to change your perception in order to have a happy life. Would you guys agree? Yeah? Sometimes you gotta change how you think about stuff in order just to get on. Like, when he's on the TV, you folks might see the President of the United States. But what I see is an 80s villain wrestler. That's what I see. He's just trying to sell tickets, you know? He's up there at the podium and the Mexicans and the Muslims. And this Sunday, I'm gonna show them the wall or whatever, you know. His arm move. You can't be mad all the time, man. You can't be mad. And you can keep going with it too. Like, you know, so but what he really is a brother-in-law. Because it's like, I didn't pick him, you know. But America picked him. You know what? What are we gonna do? You know, just don't come around Mom's house, America, asking for money. We don't do that. Don't come around. Oh, he hit me. Like, bitch, we told you exactly what was gonna happen. And you got with him. He said he was one good thing he said. He said he was gonna get rid of the terrorists. You know. It's been a few years. Yeah, you know, he's working on it, I guess. I don't know. He's working on it. That's a good thing to say, right? Would you guys agree? That's a good thing to say. It's like someone saying, I'm gonna get rid of those kids that keep walking on your lawn. You're like, fuck yeah, I hate those kids. Fucking. I just planned all that shit. They're walking across my lawn. Yeah, we're gonna drone strike them. We're gonna go over there and murder them. Like, whoa, I don't wanna know how you do it, dude. Just fucking try a sign first, you know? Which I think that's why we have all these terrorists. We don't have any signs out that says no terrorists allowed. How are they to know? I was talking to my grandma the other day, and she like broke her hip. So she's doing the same shit she was doing before she broke her hip, just laying there. And the cool thing is she's taking all this like pain medicine, and I've never seen my grandmother high before, dude. And she's on social media, which is hilarious, you know? And I was trying to talk to her, but she it's like talking to a stoner, 80-some-year-old stoner that just found out, like, stoner shit. She was just like, I was scrolling the other day, and I was scrolling for so many hours scrolling, and when I scrolled, my old grandma finger tapped like by accident. And when I went back, I was like, oh no, I didn't mean that. So she told me I unliked it. And then I thought about, like, oh, what if they saw me like it? And then unlike it, they're gonna think I'm a bad person. I'm like, no one gives a fuck, Grandma? No. So I went back and I read the status to give it a good, honest opinion if I actually liked it. And so I liked it. And then I started messaging them. I'm like, oh shit, you know what? Yeah, I messaged them just to explain, like, hey, look, I liked it at first, but I'm really high on these pain medicine right now. It was the cutest shit, because she died 10 minutes later, and that's like, no. Come on, how awesome of a memory is that for your grandma? That's gonna be in my head for the rest of my life. It's fucking dope. I love her to death. Rest in peace, wherever you're at. I don't know. I come from a crazy family, though. I come from a crazy family. Anybody come from a crazy family? I don't care. Okay, all right, I don't care. My family is aggressive. Like, have you ever gotten into a fight with your family before? And don't get me wrong, like a fight with your family, like your whole family fought another family. All right. My first fight with my family. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. I was 12 years old, and it was a long time. It was back in the 90s, right? And it was at the movies. Hello, remember the movies? Remember going out to a bigger TV? Remember that dumb shit? The movie that was playing was Lost in Space. What? Yeah. Matt LeBlanc was the star in that piece of shit. You remember that dumb movie? Matt LeBlanc was on Friends, if you don't know. He was Joey from Friends. And so they approached him. They're like, yo, Matt, you want to do a shitty movie about space? And he was like, it has to be the worst. They're like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. So my dad heard about it. He was a huge Lost in Space fan, you know, the old black and white Dr. Smith, Danger Will Robinson, right? So he's like, let's go to the movie. So I'm 12. My brother is 11, and my sister's 10. And my mom, she's a little bit older than us, right? Bam. And then my dumb father. So we all go to the movies, and it's the 90s, like I said, so everybody is at the fucking movies. There's no Netflix, there's no Facebook. The movies was the place to be. So we all get in there, right? And when we get in there, it's sold out, right? Pretty much sold out. And back then, there wasn't like assigned seating where you pick your thing, I'll sit there and you get mad. Get in my seat, you old bitch, right? None of that. We just had to get in where we fit in, right? So we get in the movies, and we do like that family split where my parents go way up here and we go down here, right? So we're sitting down close to the front, and the lights go down and the previews go up. And that's when the first incident happened. These teenagers were behind us, and these teenagers were just causing a ruckus, cussing, you know, throwing shit, right? Throwing popcorn, right? And one of the popcorns, right? One of the popcorn. Why does that sound foreign? What would you call it? Anybody? It's been popped already, though. It's not a kernel. Previously popped kernel? Oh no, a kernel. A post-popped kernel, thank you, lady. A post-popped kernel comes over the seat, and it hits my sister in the back of the head. Now, mind you, she's 10, she's a little dramatic, so when it hit her, it was like the Kennedy assassination. Yeah. It was like back and to the left. Right? So she stands up. And again, it's the 90s. It's before hashtag brave. So she actually got brave and was like, hey, you jerk, don't be throwing popcorn at me. And then this voice from where the teenagers was like, man, shut up, you little hoe, right? Which is really messed up to talk to a 10-year-old that way. It really is. But to whoever's credit that was, they must have been a fortune teller because they nailed it. Don't get me wrong. I love my sister to death. But I also know who she is, right? So my brother pops up. He's like, hey, dude, I'm gonna beat your ass after this movie with Matt LeBlanc, right? So we sat down, watched the rest of this god-awful movie, right? After the movie's over, right, people are leaving. In the chaos of everybody leaving, my brother weaves through the traffic, right, and he finds these teenagers. Now, we don't know if they were the correct teenagers to this day. But they were the first kids we engaged, and whatever, man. So my brother goes up to this big corn-fed white kid, right? He's like, hey, jerk, was that you talking shit to my sister, man? I'm gonna mess you up, dude. And before he could say another word, this big-ass kid just punches my brother right in the face, right? And my brother goes flying back. I'm the older brother. I was there. I witnessed it. I got to represent for the family. So I was like, Mom! Started yelling for my mother, but it was to no avail because my parents were like lost in the crowd, you know? And so I was like, all right, ride or die. I go in, overhand left, miss this kid completely. He picks me up by my shirt, starts beating me in the face. My brother hops up and he starts fighting this kid with me, and we're kind of getting the best of him. Then that kid's friends showed up, right? These other teenagers, and it was like, you know, I don't know if you ever fought friends before, but I punched Ross right in the face, right? And I kicked Chandler right in the nuts. Hey, you sarcastic bitch, right? And then Phoebe came in, pop right in the nose. And then it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. And it was going pretty good. And my sister sees us, right? My sister and my mother see us, and it was so dope to have them come in as, you know, as a team, because they were like, oh shit, Georgie and Patrick are fighting. They ran in and they just started hitting people who were just walking by, you know? Again, to their credit, they know who was on our team, not on their team, you know? It's pretty dope. Where's my dad? My dad is at the concession stand. That's where he's at. Because we grew up poor, man. We grew up real poor. And, you know, we have a family. Even to this day with my daughter, we get popcorn for the ride home, right? Real movie popcorn in our house? Yeah! From the movies? Like, poor people are just easily impressed by that shit. It's so cool. So I don't know if my dad saw us or what, but all I see is this big, dumb animal loose in a movie theater running towards us, right? And people are flying out of their clothes. Get out of the way! My family, oh my God, right? And he finally gets to where my brother's at. My brother's being held down by this older white gentleman. And just for the story, we'll say he's racist, right? So this old racist white man is holding down my brother like they hold down society. All right, so my brother being held down, and my dad runs over there and he goes, let go of my son. And when he said that, he grabbed this grown man. He grabbed this grown man by the head. Like my dad palmed a human head. And holding my brother, right? This guy holding my brother, my dad picks this guy up by his head, let go of my son! And to see this dude's face like drain of reality, it still haunts me to this day. Because he was like, oh shit, how's gravity not working right now? And his feet were like trying to get away, like cartoon. Like he was like, oh shit. Like his feet were smart, you know what I mean? They're like, yo bro, get the fuck out of here, hurry. But his body was like, fuck it, I'm staying with the head on some ride or die shit, right? Let go of my son. My dad wiggles my brother free, right? And as my dad's about to blast this dude into the next life, this guy just starts confessing, which is exactly what I would have started doing. Sir, I'm a volunteer firefighter. I was just trying to break it up. My dad's like, oh shit, he throws him across. Well, keep that up. That's good work you do. What the fuck? And he runs back into the fight. And we were a team, man. I don't know if you've seen the X-Men or whatnot. We were getting down, dude. Imagine you and your whole family versus a whole movie theater at this point. We're fighting a whole movie theater, just popping people walking by. It was amazing. And I know what you're thinking, this wasn't at night. This was a 2 o'clock matinee. It was so cool, man. The big bay windows and the sunlight cascading in. It was beautiful. Murder and mayhem going on and shit. And to see your mom crack a dude in the tooth with her knee, just, God, I was like, I love you, Mom. She's like, family first. But sadly, all good things must come to an end because of security and cops and shit. And so I don't know if my brother saw it or if he saw or what, but my brother, he always kept his head on a swivel. So we heard his voice go, run, it's the cops. So as a family, we're like, appreciate it. And we all ran away as a family. You ever run away from justice with your whole family? You ever do that? Have you ever escaped jail time with your whole family? And then to hear your mom go, oh, fuck, I ain't going back.